Hello, rock lovers. This is yellow fluorite. Yellow fluorite. Very different than fluorite, and yet very much the same. I am Pam Teague, the Heartbeat of Sacred Stone, and I just wanted to play with fluorite with you today. There's so many things right now going on that this is so helpful for. We're in the middle of a really powerful manifestation period, and manifestation is always fun and exciting and empowering, and then it shows up, and then we're like, oh, what do we do with this? How do we manage this? It's a whole new, powerful, shifted, changed, incredible, exciting energy. And how do we manage it? How do we utilize it? So yellow fluorite is very, 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 very helpful for that. And it's beautiful. I don't have incredible lighting in here. There's a little bit of the yellow you can see, and some of the purples and greens. It's fabulous outside in the sun. It really is stunning outside in the sun. And I'll have some pictures that I'll show up. I think I can put one at the beginning of this video. The deal is that it's very noisy out there, and you won't be able to hear me. So here we are, and I'm having some reflection on my glasses, and this is just, sorry guys, we'll just have to deal. I don't know how to deal with that. Clearly, my video skills are in progress. So for now, what I want to talk about is yellow fluorite. So if mind is a muscle, if our mind is a muscle, then yellow fluorite is its coach. All fluorites, of course, are really kind of map makers of the mental body. Fluorite electronically sparks, ignites the synapse in the brain, creates and builds these like super highways connecting our internal wisdom with universal wisdom in the physical body. And I often recommend fluorite for kids that are in school and are having trouble focusing on the material, because you know there's so much all around them, and it helps them bring that in and all together when they carry that in their pocket. Yellow fluorite is a little different in that it starts and ignites the strength and empowers the solar plexus, and that happens almost immediately. It's so fun. It's like boom, oh okay, feeling good today, feeling like okay, I like this me that I've created. It's really fun to have in that respect. So if you have self-esteem issues or anything like that, yellow fluorite is a fabulous friend. It brings in an almost immediate sense of personal power. And as we become more aware of that, it starts to kind of like have a natural warming. It's definitely a masculine, direct energy, more like a fire. And that progression opens up the heart, the throat, the third eye. And it's really, here's something that's fun. It's really one of the few crystals that actually supports and strengthens our ego. And, you know, we can have a whole nother conversation about whether we should operate from our ego. But our ego is very necessary. It's one of our, it's part of our inspiration. It's part of our why for even being here. We're always knocking down our ego because when it gets really big without the spiritual strength to guide and direct it, it just acts in kind of ugly ways. But in this case, it's very, very, very valuable to empower our ego in the mix. it does this by expanding and then threading. It kind of threads. How do I explain? It kind of threads. It comes in through your solar plexus, and you're feeling good. And it's so fun to have our solar plexus empowered, because particularly as women, and I've not been in a guy's body recently, but as women, as those of us who are women, we're always kind of pulling in or thinking that we should do something different, or told that we should do something different, and we're not encouraged socially very often to be our full self. So feeling that expansion is really, really, really exciting, and it kind of threads its way up and through into understanding what our personal power, our personal place is, doing that through our heart, through our heart's desires, through almost our soul, if you will. And that energetic pathway nurtures and feeds and expands and moves, and it opens up to speech and expression directly from our heart. And that does that and because it's fluorite always works from the top down as a natural stone, in terms of it's always opening up the crown, and it speaks and clears and clarifies our third eye, or, yes, folks, our pineal gland. And that pineal gland is really the spokesperson for our higher self. So what happens with this, which is really kind of fun, is reality actually becomes pragmatic and romantic all at the same time. It's really a fabulous stone to work with. It's fun to work with yellow fluorite. It really is. And I'm going to check my notes here so I make sure. Okay, so one of the things that I have not been sharing with you that's really valuable to me is some uses for it. And if you're a yogi and you Vita Purina Karate, now I probably misspelled that, so let me make this perfectly clear. Legs up the wall. So if you're sitting with legs up the wall, maybe towards the end of your practice, it's really nice to lay one of these right in the center of your solar plexus, right below your heart, and take a few minutes after you've experienced that physical experience of yoga. Take just, and that could be just 2 minutes of stretching. But if you stretch, stand tall, stretch and open up some body parts and feel that body coming in, and then go into Vita Purina Karate, or legs up the wall. Very simple. Anybody can put their legs up the wall. And then allow your eyes to close for just a few moments and breathe into that crystal. Allowing it and that body energy and those chakras that have been opened just in that few minutes of blood circulation through the body, through the physical body, opens up the energetic body, and the energetic body now can communicate with the energetic body of the yellow fluorite, and it just pools and flows up and through. It's a delightful, harmonic experience, really. It's a harmonic experience. It's really, it's, if you sit with it and allow yourself to breathe into that flow, and allow that flow to be all that you experience for a few minutes, it's enlightening. It is a part and parcel of enlightenment. The other way to do that, and oh my gosh, things happen in the day, and things happen very fast sometimes during the day. So with that in mind, maybe it's just good to lay flat on the floor and just place this yellow fluorite right on your third eye, right on top of that little pineal gland with that third eye, allowing that third eye to open up, where your solar plexus is already called and is excited to warm and heat and flow and open up those channels. And as those channels flow and open up, just put a timer on. 5 minutes. 10 minutes delicious, 5 minutes fine. And that will just give you a 5-minute brain reset to solve whatever problem has reared its ugly head at that particular moment. Of course, keeping this baby on your work desk is always a great friend in a how do I say this? In a not so good moment. If something's falling apart at work, if there's something that needs to be done and it's not getting done, if there is something that has showed itself as a problem that does not seem to be solvable in the moment because of all the personalities around, it keeps ideas and problems and everything flowing before you get sunk into that shame and blame and it must be that other company's fault, or it must be that other guy's fault, or it must be somebody in shipping's fault. It must be somebody it must be the internet's fault. Before you do that, just take that few minutes. Just take that few minutes. If you can't lay on the ground, which I'm a big proponent of, because it's always nice to get connected to Earth Mother. But if you can't do that, if you're at your desk, or if you're running or busy or whatever, just get 2 feet. Get 2 feet planted. Get 2 feet planted on the ground. Close your eyes and allow this to breathe in through your third eye. Just let that quick, sweet restart to just flow, to change the flow, to change the direction, to know that you have the power, the energy, the capabilities, and of course, the wisdom and the resources to manage whatever has come through. And that you are capable, and it is available to be solved or just carried out or just enjoyed at that particular moment. Needless to say, it's very, very, very valuable in meetings. They, especially when everybody has a different idea, just put this in the middle of the desk, in the middle. Even if you're on a Zoom meeting, put it right on top of your computer and let it do its harmonic healing. That way, everybody's ego gets heard. Everybody's power gets heard, because honestly and truly, that ego is attached to that very thread of a gift that we uniquely have come in to share with every other person. It's very exciting. It's very fun to work with. I am Pam Teague from Sacred Stone. Hubby calls me the heartbeat of Sacred Stone. I'm just so glad you're here and so appreciative that you have come to play with me today. It feeds my ego that I get to play with these stones and talk about them and write about them and share them with you. We have an Etsy store called Our Sacred Stone. We have a website called Our Sacred Stone. And I am here on YouTube on Our Sacred Stone. And we have an Instagram that is sacred.stone. You all, if you have more information, if you want one of your own fluorides, I will put all those links below. Please, please, please subscribe, because I'm sharing this fun stuff regularly, and it's just a fun day. It's just a fun day and a fun date to be with the yellow fluorite. Thanks so much. Have fun. Have fun with your yellow fluorite. Ciao for now.